episode live. I have a talk tonight with the University of Florida Panhellenic. Just say go. Let's shoot. Woo! Deciding to be courageous and confident even though I'm feeling a little bit insecure at times. Planning for the future. I just suddenly felt so overwhelmed and exhausted. Free champagne. Whoa! Cheers, love. Sometimes possibilities are so much closer than we even know. Today, while I'm doing my makeup, I'm listening to this really good podcast from the Kabbalah Center called Spiritually Hungry. This one's all about stepping into greatness by making your ego small. So it's really good so far. I'm only 7 minutes in, but it's already amazing. This is just like a peek at my setup using Zencastr, have my handy dandy microphone, and I always like to take notes throughout the episode if I think about questions that I'd like to ask, or sometimes just because I was a student for so long, I like to write down what I'm learning. Okay, I'm about to go meet my friend Ankita for dinner. I haven't seen her in forever. She was in California throughout all of the drama last week. She was there for me in spirit. So we're gonna go meet in the Columbus Circle area, get some good dinner, catch up, chat, and I'm really excited because tonight my first YouTube episode is going to come out, which is funny. This is like Inception because I'm recording my second, talking about my first, but I'm just so excited to put this out into the world because I feel like I'm sharing Haley Unplugged, like things about me that, I don't know, that you don't usually get to see fully on like Instagram or TikTok. So I'm excited to hear everybody's thoughts about it. And I'm wearing this really cute jacket. Fall is definitely upon us. This is the first night that I'm wearing like a full-blown jacket. The rest of the day turned out well. Had some good coffee, just was doing some miscellaneous work. What's on docket for tomorrow, I actually have my talk for the University of Florida tomorrow evening virtually. So tomorrow I'm just gonna touch up some of my slides, take a few phone calls, and yeah. Also, there's like the most beautiful light coming into my apartment right now. Stunning. Okay, first episode live. Post it on everything. Ankita, what do you think about the episode?
It's captivating, guys, and it's gonna you're not gonna be able to stop watching. So you need to carve out the time.
I was like, get your popcorn. I was saying, I'm like, this is Inception because we're filming the next YouTube talking about this current one. But this show is behind the scenes. I've been meaning to start YouTube forever. Having prawns and this amazing salad with my best friend Ankita. Cheers! And the most amazing cocktails. We're at this place called Quality Bistro, and we found it last minute because we were trying to find something around Columbus Circle, and it's the best vibe, truly. I thought that was is that our food? Okay, I should. Okay, this place is too good. That is corn creme brulee. It's very hot. So I did want to share a story about something weird that happened last night. So I sleep through the night pretty well, and sleep is really not one of the issues that I have in my life, which I'm very grateful for. And last night I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought I was gonna shoot early this morning with my friend Brittany, and I thought when I woke up, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 6:30, it's the time I'm supposed to get up. Like, I imagined that it would be dark outside. So I check my phone and I see that it's 3 a.m., which is the same time that my really good friend Alyssa wakes up almost every night, like 3 a.m. on the dot. And so I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. And so I think I was like stuck in my head about that. I'm like, I wonder why I woke up at this hour, and I couldn't fall asleep again for like an hour. I was kind of in between sleep. And this sounds really strange, but I just kept getting these overwhelming urges. Essentially, what was coming up for me was, you need to be more confident and assert yourself more, which I'm like a pretty confident person. Like, I put stuff out there a lot, but there were some things in my life, like brand deals and brand partnerships and opportunities that had come up early August. It was actually like late July, early August. A few of these things had come up that had never taken off. And I was like, oh, well, the ball is in their court, you know, like they're the ones that need to reach out to me. Like, I've sent over everything. If they're interested, they'll reach out. Like, very much like, if it's supposed to be, it'll be. And I had this overwhelming urge to reach out to both of them, which isn't usually like me, because I really am one of those people who's like, I know my worth, so they can come to me if they want to. But the urge was so strong, so I emailed both this morning, kind of like with my tail between my legs, because I was like, I don't know, this really isn't like me, as I've been seeing. I heard back from both of them today. There's not a lot I can share until things come to fruition, but both of them, it was very obvious that the opportunities are still pertinent. The opportunities are still available. I think that means that the lesson for this week, I'm gonna base it in this amazing quote by Anais Nin, I don't know if I pronounced that right, that says, life shrinks or expands in proportion to your courage. And a lot of times I choose what feels safe to me. You know, I'm like, oh, well, it's kind of scary to reach out, or it's scary to do this, or it's scary to do that, or like, they're gonna think I was being too clingy or I'm being too forward, or maybe I should just wait for them to come to me. But it's just like that other quote by Leonardo da Vinci, I believe, that says, it has long since come to my attention that the most successful people didn't sit back and wait for things to happen to them. They went out and happened to things. So this week, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna happen to things, I'm gonna show up with some messy action, messy but heartfelt, see how life expands in proportion to my courage, and hope that you too feel encouraged, that you don't wait until you have that perfect cold email or that perfect draft or that perfect whatever to just say go. Cloudy mid-morning, and I just put in my lunch. Something that I really like to do to stay on top of the day and to not like fall into a trap of ordering lunch or something is just to go ahead and make it and have it ready basically by later in the day. I'm about to take a phone call and this will be ready afterwards. Hi friends, I just got off an exciting call with a speakers bureau, kind of along these lines of your life expands or contracts in proportion to your courage is the spiritual lesson for this week. I had connected with the speakers bureau, which I feel like I can't say the name, but I had connected with them a few months ago. They had reached out to me, and I think I was like shocked that a bureau on that level, considering the other people that they represent, had reached out to me. And it was like for a recommendation for a client, and basically after I like sent over all the materials, I never heard back from them. And so I started to interpret that as, oh, they must have decided they don't want me. Like, it's interesting the stories that we come up with in our heads. And so I decided to just reach out again and like this courage type thing. You know, I decided to look at it from the most positive perspective possible and to say, if they reached out to me once, it's not out of left field to reach out again, right? Like, it's not annoying for me to be like, hey, I loved that we were potentially going to work together. Like, are there opportunities for this in the future? So anyways, long story short, the call went really well. I'm excited about things there. Speaking of speaking, I have a talk tonight with the University of Florida Panhellenic. It was supposed to be an in-person talk in April, but for obvious reasons, it's a virtual talk, and it's been a long time coming to finally bring this together. And I always, before I give a talk, and it's been a while because it really has been a few months, I like to freshen up the slides and just like go through it again and see like what else is coming to the surface. Okay, I'm about to give my talk for the University of Florida Panhellenic. Woo, go Gators! It's been a cloudy day. I am not feeling amazing, which is sad because I obviously always want to bring my A game, which I still am going to, of course, but just not feeling very good. And no, I don't think it's coronavirus, as a disclaimer. Just feeling like bogged down and heavy. I wanted to vlog about that because there's so many people that we see them like being really productive and doing a lot. And I wanted to just say that like behind the scenes, we have a lot of days where we just like don't feel good and we still have to push on and press on. I'm just saying my prayer that I can be an instrument for a message and the energy that these amazing women need, and I'm gonna practice a little bit more. I got some tea, and yeah, I'm still excited because this talk has been a really long time coming. We literally planned it almost a year ago and because of circumstances, obviously it's not happening until tonight. But yeah, here's a sneak peek of my slides. Your big life. There's my intro slide, and yeah, we have a ton of pages in here. It's super exciting. Okay, I just finished up my work, and Rach and I are actually both cooking at the same time and just catching up about the day. Hi, Rach. And this is my most favorite way to end the night after a long, hard day of work. In this case, my talk. These are gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. And then, of course, watching my Gilmore Girls. The best, the best, the best. Yum! Hi, guys. Okay, so it's Friday evening. I'm finally getting my talks done. By talks, I mean TikToks. I was pretty exhausted yesterday after giving the talk, even though it was so much fun and really energizing. I just really wanted to just like snuggle up with some good gluten-free cookies and Gilmore Girls and go to sleep. Tonight I am going to my friend Brett's birthday party on a rooftop down in Fidei, and I'm gonna meet my great girlfriends Ankita and Rachel for dinner right before down there too. Today I had EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, which you're gonna hear all about if you've listened to my podcast episode from, I believe, this week by the time you're watching this video. And I also went to the chiropractor this morning, so it was a good day of realigning. And speaking of what today was a good day for, dealing with this vlog's entire lesson of your life expands or contracts in proportion to your courage, I had some really cool things happen today that just prove that when you put yourself out there and you're not afraid of getting rejected, that's when the magic can happen. You know, I think we create a lot of stories in our heads around, oh, am I worth this? Am I far enough in my career for this? Do I have enough followers for this? Like, am I experienced enough for this? But the truth is, confidence and courage is like really what it comes down to. And there were two situations today when I really put myself out there, even though I was kind of, you know, having the story come up in my head about all the reasons that it wouldn't work out. I was definitely in for a lovely and very pleasant surprise on two fronts. I hope to share more about those details soon. I'm about to sign one of those contracts actually, so I'll be able to talk about it soon, but essentially big partnership deals with big brands, which is a new frontier for me, and it's really exciting, but it's also really scary because it's new, right? And whenever you're doing something new, it requires a lot of courage to, you know, meld into it. It's a new career change for me. It's a new career shift. So I'll just be super honest about every step of the way, but so far just deciding to be courageous and confident, even though I'm feeling a little bit insecure at times. It's been working. Just act like it. Fake it till you make it. We are at this amazing restaurant called De Claudio. Ankita, say hi. Hello. Rachie, say hi. We should cheers. Rach has been having espresso martinis, which is very on brand of her. And Ankita and I got Sangiovese. And what do we have for dessert? This is a peach mascarpone, I believe.
A hazelnut and vanilla sorbet.
Ooh. Good morning. Just got up. It's Saturday morning. Cloudy day. My friend Danny is going to come over and we are going to shoot in my room, which is going to be fun to see and try to figure out, since like obviously my room is a little bit small, but I have been excited to shoot with him since before COVID. So yay! Ready to go. He is on his way here, wearing this cute Zara shirt. Just did my makeup. Let's shoot. Woo! We just finished the shoot and it was like so much fun. I always love photo shoots, but this one in particular, Danny was amazing. We just had the best time. It was like the best energy in here. We made the most of the space, fit in a lot of outfits. The lighting was perfect, which it was a cloudy day, so I didn't even know it would be. Super cloudy, help. I'm so excited to see the photos and to share them. Danny and I connected right before COVID because I'd moved out here and I was looking to like shoot, to build up my modeling portfolio. We just stayed in touch and he was like, oh, I'm happy to like just shoot with you for fun, because this was his first shoot out of retirement. He had taken a bit of time off from shooting, so we had the best time. I mean, seriously, it was just such a good morning. However, my closet looks like a tornado hit it right now. We were like trying to find stuff, trying to find like different variations of outfits, so I'm definitely going to have to spend some time organizing this mess today. And I'm just gonna make a little bit of lunch right now. I have a HelloFresh meal actually, and then see what my friends are up to. A perfect cheese board with Rachie, planning for the future. The subway, and just realized Rach just across the way. Bye, have a good night. So I forgot my vlogging camera because still learning how to be a YouTuber. We're doing a mastermind night with Ankita and Rachie. Say hi, guys. Cutest area. There's our cold brew, my vision board, the most beautiful view of the Freedom Tower. We all got our stuff. You're looking at me so sorry. Anyways, we all have our main things that we want to get done. The entire intention of this mastermind and of this work night session was to change our lives by midnight. So make massive action towards things that we've been putting off and then get to a really good place with work. As you can tell, they're both excited and gearing up. Rachel's already in the zone. And we'll loop back later for a cheese board and a Halloween movie. Okay, so it's almost 7 p.m. We've been working for a few hours. I'm full on shaking from the cold brew Ankita gave me. What is the brand?
La Colombe.
I don't know what that means. Oh wait, I see that. La Colombe coffee. This stuff should not have been approved by the FDA. I am full body shaking. Rach is making a vision board on the ground. I am excited to keep working. Woo! The most beautiful charcuterie board. Woo! We also made a really good TikTok about it for Rach's RLG home TikTok. What's going on? Sharing it to the, oh yes. Oh yes.
Cheers on every day making progress to our dream lives.
Woo! Cheers to that, sister. Happy Monday. Got my coffee. I got this good pumpkin spice granola bar that's gluten-free. Just snacking on a little, and I'm about to head on a call. It is such a cloudy day, but it feels so cozy. Good morning, friends. It's Monday morning. Well, it's actually like mid-morning, but I've already gotten a few calls done today. And I just ordered from my favorite cafe, Bluestone Lane. I feel like I just need like a good, solid brunch to get me through the rest of the day of work because it's gonna be a really busy day. I'm recording a podcast episode with a new friend of mine named Ali Pintucci. And we're gonna be talking about what it really means to be an influencer. I have a call with a brand about a brand partnership. And then I have a mentorship call with one of the winners of the Her Big Idea Fund because they also won a year mentorship with me. So we do monthly 1-hour calls, which will be really good. Last night, just more in the TikTok news, it was supposed to get banned last night, but the federal judge filed an injunction against the ban, which is really good news. It's kind of frustrating to see other things come up where people are like, well, they've averted the ban for now. I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. I'm proud of my growth and how little I've been checking the news. I mean, last night everyone got like a notification about that, so that was good. But I've been doing a good job, just like follow it from last week, on not worrying about it as much anymore because I really do see how much it is outside of my control. I hope for the best with it. I think it'll be good that they'll get their chance in court to prove what the technology looks like on the back end, and I know they're going to great lengths to make sure everything seems secure, so I'm feeling confident about that. And I also just hit 120K this morning. It's wild how much things just keep going up, and I'm also excited about venturing into new partnerships. Today I have a partnership with Bumble, the dating, friendship, and business app, which is exciting. I really admire their brand, female founded, really women empowerment based. So I'm excited to get to partner with them for a TikTok. And yeah, it just feels like there's a lot in the air, lots of excitement. I've been very energetic these past few days, and especially after last night working with Ankita and Rachel for our mastermind, I feel like I got a huge head start to the week and I'm ready to make some magic happen, even though it's like a very cloudy day. But that's good because it can be a cozy work day. I have been working on this book for the last 2 weeks and it's so good, and I just have a little bit left. Oh, so this entire book has all of these energy experiments of things that you can do to prove that you're in charge of your energy, and I love this idea. It says keep a journal in hand for the next 2 days and list these kindnesses. Just little kindnesses that happen in our lives. I'm certainly gonna do this. I'm gonna start my list and just write down all the things that I'm grateful for, and I encourage you to do the same, specifically gratitude for moments of kindness with others. So this is kind of a behind the scenes look at uploading a podcast episode. I'm so excited about this week's episode because it's with my EFT practitioner, Tiffany. So it's uploading. I'll just add in the details and then schedule it because it's going to come out next Tuesday. Hi friends. It is almost 5 p.m. on Monday. I'm just waiting to do a call with one of my mentees from the Her Big Idea Fund, as I mentioned earlier. And I just woke up from a nap, and I wanted to just take an opportunity to vlog quickly because the reason I even took a nap, I wasn't even that tired, I had a lot of coffee today, was I just suddenly felt so overwhelmed and exhausted, but like underwhelmed and bored almost. It's just interesting how these feelings crop up, and I know that I can make my life look really glamorous out here in New York City, and I have a lot of exciting things happening, but I want to show what it looks like behind the scenes when sometimes you just feel off or you're having an off day. Especially like Monday is my favorite day of the week, arguably, and I'm so excited about things that I have in the pipeline today, and I just felt so off today. I went over to a coffee shop across the street from my apartment and got some work done earlier, thinking that that would help, and it helped a little. Like getting some fresh air is always good, but I think it's weighing on me to not be able to work in an office space, like a co-working space, which I might look into because I just think like staying in my room and working all day, especially taking calls, it just gets to be a lot. That's when I really start to feel alone. Like I think I don't feel this way on the weekends because I'm with my friends, but like on the weekdays everyone's working and I'm all for a good hustle, but I think sometimes I can just feel lonely. And yeah, I just wanted to share that in case you ever feel the same way. I want you to know it's so normal. Sometimes the best thing you can do with it is just get outside, get some fresh air, and try to make a plan for how tomorrow can be better. Okay, I'm doing my monthly mentorship session with Swetha. Hi girl, say hey. Hi! We are working on a plan for the next month for her company, Melodies for Math. You guys have to check her out on YouTube. We'll add in the little link here. Just finished up my mentorship call. The sun is setting and I'm gonna walk down to Whole Foods over by Bryant Park just to get out, get some really good healthy food, which always makes me feel better. And then I might go on a little walk and listen to a Kabbalah episode. I just showered, I blow dried my hair because tomorrow morning I am waking up semi-early to head down to Ankita's apartment, which is further downtown, because I had such a productive day working there on Sunday. I kind of want to mimic that same productive environment given that today just felt kind of blah. So I wanted to be ready to go for in the morning. I have been watching Selling Sunset. I've been watching Gilmore Girls actually most of this fall so far, but sometimes you just want a little Selling Sunset. I love it for like the vision board aspect of seeing these gorgeous homes, even though I think I'll live in New York and I want like a pin. They should have a Selling Sunset version for New York and call it like Selling Soho or something. I'm telling you right now, someone fast track this to Netflix. Yeah, I had a good night walking around, getting some good food and juices from Whole Foods, and ready to start again fresh tomorrow since I didn't feel my best today, but I feel like I have all the makings for a good day tomorrow. Going to sleep a little earlier than I did the night before or last night. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to rock. I just wanted to add along those lines that this is kind of one of my best pieces of advice if you are having a day that you're feeling off, which today I just like had to take a little cat nap in the middle of the day. I may or may not have cried a little bit, just like a stress cry. And sometimes the best thing you can do is just make sure you're on solid footing for the next day. There's this quote that I love that said, "The world has ended many times at night for me, but started again in the morning." I butchered that quote. But point being, you know, there's something about the light of a new day and making a fresh pot of coffee and trying again. And sometimes you just gotta turn inwards and do what you need to do to make the next day productive by getting a head start on your rest and investing in yourself and in your productivity by watching a good Netflix show, even if it has nothing to do with self-development or your industry or it's nothing educational. Like, this is good old reality TV, right? But for right now and for the purposes of tonight, when I was just literally blow drying my hair and showering and cleaning up a little bit, like, it was worth it because it was mindless. And sometimes you have to do those mindless things in order to give your mind its full boost and its full rest so it can perform its best at the next day. So practice that, because again, what I'm saying about courage and how your life either expands or contracts in proportion to your courage, it's also exhausting to be courageous, and it's scary, and you're prone to stress, and you're prone to just extra feelings of blah when you're putting yourself out there because you're facing your fears and your insecurities and your imposter syndrome. So you have to be able to kind of go back within, because the times in which you're going to take these courageous actions and like push the boundaries of your life outward to make your life expand, you need to come inward at least at the end of each day, feeling like, okay, I'm gonna take care of me and my heart space now. Does that make sense? So I just wanted to expand upon that because I honestly feel better already. It's, you know, I haven't even gone to bed yet, but I feel like tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up feeling better. And I think sometimes the pressure is to just keep pushing through and keep working and keep grinding instead of taking the time to rest. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning and I'm about to head down to Soho to go to the chiropractor and then work at my favorite coffee shop. This isn't an ad, but I'm crazy about this stuff. It's seriously my favorite coffee, so I had to order some more. Look how cute these are. Hey friends, I just finished up with making a few TikToks for the day. I actually napped for a good bit today. I was just feeling really tired and run down. I wanted to reflect on this sort of week and just all the big learnings I've had around courage. I wanted to give you some tips for proceeding on your own, because this week was definitely living outside my comfort zone, which is exhausting and it's scary and it makes you kind of of want to like crawl back up into your little cocoon, but it's also been really exciting. The types of opportunities that are coming down the pipeline and just like the possibilities that are on the horizon. And sometimes possibilities are so much closer than we even know, but we have to actually go out and grab them, go out and make them for ourselves. So here are a few tips that you could employ. The first of which is only allow yourself to proofread like an email that you're sending out or a text or something that like you would typically second guess and like, you know, read over 17 times before sending it. Only allow yourself to read over it once, because I think people are able to pick up on energy. So say that you are pitching yourself to somebody or you're inquiring about like a mentor or a new job. Just write the email like you're writing it to a friend, or, you know, write it the way you want to, read it over once, make the edits, and then just go ahead and press send. I think we can just like completely stop ourselves because we think everything needs to be perfect, when in reality, you know, there's a certain point where it's good enough. And there's also a certain point where analysis by paralysis really comes into play, and if we're too obsessed with being perfect, we're actually not going to make any movements. And the second is to have a friend who can hold you accountable. So set some really big goals for this next week. Get excited about what these goals mean, about the courage that you're going to step into, and then have a set plan of how you're going to go after that courageously, and have some friends who can check in on you. Okay, they just brought us out free champagne. Whoa! Cheers, loves. Hello, my friends. I am wrapping up this vlog, and interesting information. I had no idea that this new camera that I invested in has this flip up function so you can see yourself when you're filming, which is a major game changer. Last night I was at dinner and drinks with my friends Brooke, and Brooke has like taught me everything I know about YouTube, and Renee, who's also been on YouTube for a long time, and they're vlogging and they take out their cameras and they flip it up, and I'm like, oh, it does that? Ooh. So I think things are gonna be easier moving forward. I learned so much this week about courage. And again, I just want to encourage you, after you finish up this video, to just consider like, what are some ways this week that you can do something outside of your comfort zone and see the magic that's on the other side of that. Of course, there's gonna be a learning curve, and there's gonna be moments of fear and imposter syndrome, and that terrifying moment that you press send, or when you're refreshing your email to hear back about something. But that's also the best way to live. You know, we aren't put on this earth to half live our lives. So I encourage you to get out there with a reckless abandon, with a little bit of like a, you know, check over things. But still put yourself out there totally and completely, because a lot of magic is on the other side of that. Today I have a call with a brand to plan for a campaign. I'm very excited about that and this new frontier in my career, which has been requiring a lot of courage, and I'm excited to share more details of the rest soon. And next week's vlog is gonna be around a very exciting, I just came up with the idea, it just came to me, and that's how I knew how to conclude this vlog, but it's gonna be a good one. So thanks for coming along on the journey, and make sure to subscribe.